Progress is only a notion that will promote the unity and prosperity of Nigeria. Amen. Distinguished colleagues with this Senate Committee on Foreign and Local Debts to consider a made to this committee some 2 weeks back during the President and level the present demand for Senate resolution implement. That was a long, that were early approved in our last approval of the bill which approved by the same committee or the same Senate. This resolution is needed to implement some of the portions of the early approved laws. The details were there in the referral letter. Anybody included this further detailed briefing of what it entails. However, I just want specifically refer to a proposal by Mr. President, which he said based on his forward request by the Single Senate to pass a resolution. 1, to raise eternal capital in the sum of $2,345,465,000,000. Part of eternal borrowing in the 2025 Appropriation Act, $1,229,430,000, and finance of maturing Eurobonds, $1,118,352,000,000 through any of the following options: issue of Eurobonds, great finance facility from book runners, loan syndication, and direct borrowing from international financial institutions. 2, to issue a diverse stand-alone sovereign scope of up to $500 million, which provides out credit and enhancement for the Islamic operation for issuance of investment export credit. These are the 2 prayers after I give you details about the loan. The loan is intended to. It is mostly related to the 2025 budget and other related matters. So it's a committee, I think we can go through all given the letters of referral, the letter, also Senate referral, that we can anything that we can discuss extensively and thereby resolve to as requested by Mr. President. So as a meeting of the committee deliberations, to allow for the formal solution as demanded by the Senate and the President. Thank you, my colleague. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. And I think that I'm just going to take my cue from part of the explanation we have made, which is essentially that this borrowing is not a new borrowing. So it's not as if we are also compounding the already debt stock. Or the first part of it is actually part of what we had approved in the appropriation bill, the deficit financing there. So what the first part of the 2.2 billion is doing, which is the 1.129, essentially is to now drop part of that deficit financing that has already been approved. And of course, again, the part of the rationale for it is also stated that it is meant to also fund the 2025 capital project. So all we just need to do is to ensure that and once that money is drawn down, we must ensure that it is used for that particular purpose, so that part of our oversight role subsequent to this approval will be to also be confirmed. That's the one part. The second part, which is the 1.1 billion as well, which is the component, which is the second part of the 2.3 billion.
Yes.
That also is also not a new borrowing, which is also a refinancing of the Eurobond, the Nigerian Eurobond that will mature November 21 to this year. And also, I believe that the idea behind it is to smoothly the cash flow of the federal government so that they are not put under any constraint. So what they are essentially doing is refinancing it, as proposed. So essentially, the first part of this, just like I said to the chairman, is almost like an existing approval, and what we just need to do is issue a resolution for this drawdown in line with the relevant sections of the debt management office. That's part one. So, and the second part, which is the new sukuk. Sukuk, like we also known as well, has always been done domestically. That is, all of the sukuk that we have done are naira-based sukuk. We can see that sukuk is always project typed. Nobody will give you sukuk without specifying project type. Exactly that. So that's tied to infrastructure projects as well. So for me too, I also think that this is also recommended because it is also a way of also trying to improve on the infrastructure deficit that we have. And being the debut one, I'm sure that the infrastructure they will use it for, they will show also the part of the oversight we do subsequent to this approval. So for me on my part, I think I support this because just like Mr. Chairman has presented, and I also recommend it to my colleagues to also support. Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Mr.
Anything that is required to fund the budget is essential. The budget that manifests the budget is really because we want to do it right there. And it's really a great financial as long as the already stated there, the budget total of the 5 times. So we're only complaining the capital budget because the budget is and it's a point that I think the company are making as an animal thing done right.
Me, Mr. Chairman, I want to appeal this is not too late that as I speak to you, when I travel home, I look at so many areas, it's 40 kilometers exactly on 40 from Macaulay. It is the nearest local government quarters to the state capital. When David was here as a Senate President, he did a road through Kefi, Nasarawa, way to Otukpo. You will pass my local government like 5 kilometers on the other end and go towards Otukpo. So from that location to my own local government, it's exactly 40 kilometers that link to Macaulay town. I can't go home now. The road has finished completely. And my coming here, my people voted for me because they are sure that when I come here, that road will be done. So as I talk to you, the Lord will come up. So there's a way that can be helped through some of these opportunities to put that road exactly kilometers. If you do 10 billion, 15 billion on it, the contractor will go back and do it. The whole essence for representation is to fill up. So I don't know how I can be helped. I'm not against it. It's a factor I want to assume that I want to say.
I think you are making a good case. Except that is 20% budget, which is being brought before the short term. And the best time to put your matter. Not with this. With this already been passed. 2-3 stages cannot be put together. Yeah, but in the next 2 weeks, I'm sure the budget will come. Make sure that your request are open. Yeah.
Thank you. Just like Senator Liu notes, essentially a new borrowing. The one we approved is 1.something billion. The only thing I would say is no we are approving that request. part of the reasons given to us that the money will be used to finance the 2025 budget.
Yes.
And this is October is running out in the next 3 days. And that 2025 budget is still hanging on because procurements are still undergoing processes. It would be nice in getting this type of request. This committee will be asking for the stage of application of approved loans requests, and also the drawdown. Because when that approval was made, it gave a lot of hope to the country that very soon money will be made available, a lot of activities to go on. They will appear to still be at a standstill, so that anytime they appear before us, we make a request. This committee should be able to request for the status of the loans that it has approved, so that we'll be able to check the progress we're making. That's what I say. And this one, there's nothing new on the paper before us. So we should go ahead and endorse it as well.
Thank you, our last meeting, we resolved here, we put in a set of subcommittee to prepare an oversight related for this committee. Correct. We are supposed, Clark, is there any report for the subcommittee? Clark,
Sir?
is there a report for the subcommittee we put in the last meeting to look at an itinerary for oversight function for the committee? For all the institutions that are applicable to foreign laws and also state governments that are foreign laws. Is there a book? You are the last meeting, it is there. We must have a report and we must be oversighting this agency. Definitely, we are been very active to our side. And people will have to be, we are people's eyes on what we have to make sure that whatever is said to be supposed to be done must be done, and not otherwise. So please. So I think we thank you for this. Any contrary? Doctor, I want you to sit down. We are going to get by any contrary, otherwise we are almost unanimously.
The clerk did not invite me to the meeting.
The clerk.
I didn't see the letter.
I think what we have is made already come to a resolution that we are not asking for a resolution to implement what have already been approved. But draw an itinerary oversight all this. Just pass and pass it, not doing it. This will pass. We have to go and see, yes, what has been passed and achieved with the contrary. And also we have to put all the MDO that they of their total ministry. Take it billion. State government, take it. We have to go around and see what is being done for the public. Otherwise, we cannot be just pass, approve.
Very important.
Really to allow us with here. If somebody has been formed, all the affected ministries and department, even the state government, we are going to go around.
Very important.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I think, yes. Any contrary view? Thank you. Any contrary view? So the resolution, the committee has resolved to approve the request requested by the President through the President of the President. A letter to the Senate. Yes.
It might be necessary for someone from the executive to have come
Yes, we were going to do that one. We were going to invite them, the bonds of finance. In fact, we are supposed to invite the minister of finance. Suddenly he falls sick.
Yes.
We have to, at the Monday, we have to supply it. And if I was supposed to be had one for the actual, you just. So they tell us, please, I'll ask them, please.